Welcome to another episode of What's That Bird? This episode is going to be a little different in that I'm going to show you a bird that I saw that I still can't identify. Now before I begin, I want to say that I'm looking for more pictures to feature on What's That Bird. So if you have a picture of a bird you can't identify or you want it to appear on the show for some reason, please just send it to me at jpolak@jpolak.org. Let's start out with where did I see the bird? I saw this bird in a really special place in Queensland, Australia. More specifically in Kurunda. Now Kurunda is probably most well known for the southern cassowary. The southern cassowary is an amazingly beautiful bird, but that one is just very easy to identify, so it's not the star of What's That Bird. Let's take a look at our mystery. Although I'm not sure exactly what this bird is right now, I can say that this bird is in the family Melophagidae, or the family of honeyeaters. Now if that's all we knew, we'd be in big trouble because there are 178 species in this family. Luckily, the Australian Bird Guide shows that there are only 2 possible species that this bird could be. Yellow-spotted honeyeater or graceful honeyeater. Unfortunately, both birds have almost the same range, so we can't use their range to make an educated guess. Okay, let's take a look at the bird guide. What does it say the differences between these 2 birds? The yellow-spotted honeyeater is supposed to have a darker eye than the blue-gray iris of the graceful honeyeater. Unfortunately, this picture doesn't really show the eye color at all, so we have to look elsewhere. Well, what about that yellow ear patch? In the yellow-spotted honeyeater, the yellow ear patch is supposed to be larger and sometimes diamond-shaped, whereas in the graceful honeyeater, the ear patch is supposed to be more circular or smooth or something. So I looked at many pictures of both birds on eBirds, many examples, some of them which could have been miscategorized, and to be honest, I cannot really see a great difference between the 2, and even if there were a difference, it looks like it would be slight, so I would probably need a much better picture to tell the difference between the 2. There are a few other characteristics that were mentioned in the book as well, such as the bill length being a little different, but again, that's another thing I can't really see from this picture. Finally, out of desperation, I asked several expert Australian birders about this picture, and they also agreed that there just aren't enough features here. Now, one thing that everybody agreed on was that if I heard the call of this honeyeater and remembered it, that could be a way to distinguish between the 2, because the calls of the 2 birds are supposedly different. Since I didn't hear the call, I don't think there's any way I can determine whether I saw the yellow-spotted or the graceful honeyeater. So if I had to say one, I could just guess yellow-spotted honeyeater. But if I did, I would give that a probability assessment of 50% because I really don't know one way or the other. I hope next episode will be a little more successful. Thank you for listening to What's That Bird?